Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to teach you how to make cool weapons in Julian's editor, starting off with the basics. So let's just get right into it. Obviously, if you have a weapon, there's a few core mechanics. There's muzzle, attack effect when attacking, attack rate, spread angle, range, initial speed, handling, mode, and of course the bullet. Obviously, the more simple style of making a gun in this game is just messing around with these stats. Obviously, you can add more muzzles to the gun, so it shoots more bullets at a time. Now, the gun shoots 3. You can change the range. Let's make it 2 squares. So now, the gun only shoots to there before it stops. Obviously, past that, we have speed. We can make it slower or faster, so let's make it 1. Now the bullets travel much slower. Then, we can change spread angle. If we make it 45, the bullets will go in a much farther apart direction. As opposed to if we put the spread angle at 1, they'd all end up in the exact same spot every time. Now these stats are all fine, and you can make cool weapons like snipers and shotguns just messing around with the stats. But we're really going to talk about more complex ideas for making cooler weapons in this video. So, let's just get to it. Okay guys, for this next part of the video, I have this area prepared to show off the things you can do with bullets to make them more interesting. So, if you go to the bullet in your gun, there's a few stats. The most important are bounce and penetrate. So, bounce is how many times the bullet will bounce off a wall, and penetrate is how many times it'll go through an enemy. So with bounce at 3, it'll bounce 3 times, and with penetrate on 3, it'll go through 3 enemies without stopping. Obviously, you can make some cool things with this, but when you want to get some really cool weapons, you can add long range to your bullet. So what this means is, in your bullet, you go to long range and make it so your bullet shoots bullets. So you can have it so it'll shoot, let's say 4 muzzle, 1 time, let's say 2.5 times a second, with some bullet like that one. And we'll make it so it'll shoot 4 of them. And if we go into long range, we can make it auto attack, so that when you shoot your bullet, it'll automatically shoot more bullets out. So to show this more, we can go in and make it shoot in a 360 radius in a 1 square range. Have it shoot 8 times. And now the bullets are shooting bullets. Now you can do this with more realistic combinations. Like you can have some radioactive bullet shooting out, I don't know, radiation, instead of just a bullet with bullets inside of it. But either works, and it's a fun way to spice up your bullets. Another thing you can do with that is, instead of having it shoot in a 360 radius, is have it shoot in a 90 degree radius, and have it shoot 5 times a second. Let's do more of a 45-degree radius. And then it'll kind of make a following shockwave of bullets. Now, next thing we can do is have the bullets summon objects. So let's go to a different area for that. So for this next section, I have an open field prepared. Because when you want your object, or your weapon, to summon an object, you'll have to go into the bullet and go to when object is created, which you can turn on in the basic attributes. And then you have to make a script. So it's a really simple script, but all you have to do is put loop 10 times, or 5 works better, probably. Add execute mechanic, map, generate object, decoration, we can do anything, but let's just go with box. Then wait 0.2 seconds. So now the bullet will leave a trail of boxes. Obviously this doesn't really do anything, but if instead of boxes you had like a spike, for example, we'll just do how about a bomb? Bomb probably works. Now your weapon leaves a trail of bombs. Now you can do anything, but I recommend making your own thing for it, like a trail of spikes or a trail of poison. But it's a really simple way to have your bullet leave a trail behind it, whether it be bombs, poison, or even just boxes. For this last part of the video, I'm going to glance over swords and shields. So obviously, they're not that different from ranged weapons, but they just aren't ranged. So the main difference is these have slash and stab instead of muzzles. So obviously a slash attack slashes and a stab attack stabs. And you can have a combination. And also similar to ranged weapons, there's an attack rate. So let's just make it 5. But the main difference is the special effects. So there's destroy bullet and deflect bullet. So if the effect is destroy bullet, and we hit a bullet, then it'll automatically be destroyed. Now, deflect bullet is, what it'll do is deflect the bullet, like it says. So you can shoot the bullet back at the enemy, by hitting it. And if we go over to shields, shields are different than the other 2 weapon types, mainly because they have health. So shield it's a melee weapon, just like a sword, except when the enemy attacks it, it'll take the damage for you. But it has a set durability, so if it takes too much damage, it'll die, and you won't have it anymore. There's not too many ways you can really amp up a sword or a shield as you could with, the guns. But you can still make cool weapons using them. Well, that's it for this video, and I just hope that some of you watching this will be able to make some pretty cool weapons in Julian's editor now. So, that's it.